Hey boys and girls, welcome back to the Flying Squid channel. Today I have something very special for you, and that something special is also going to provide the kickoff for a series that I've been thinking about, EMP safe power tools. EMP safe power tools. Well, why are you worried about EMP? To be quite honest, I'm not. But something that's EMP safe is also off-grid friendly. It's also power outage safe. Therefore, I'm interested. So, without further ado, I give you the first in the series of EMP safe power tools. Now, it's no secret that I view my drill press here as one of the most important tools in my shop. I use my drill press, honestly, I use my drill press more than any other thing in here. And so when I go to thinking about off-grid type of stuff or human-powered stuff, you know, I like to have hand tools. I like to have stuff that still works when the power goes out. For years, I've been looking for something to replace a drill press. Not to replace a drill press, but something to still have the capability of a drill press when the lights go out. And finally, last weekend, I found it. Here's the drill press we're all used to, right? Not so EMP safe. And this little gem is a late 1920s, early 1930s vintage hand-powered drill press. Made in America by the Goodell Pratt Company. It is, near as I can tell, complete. With the exception of, maybe, feels like maybe this should have a little wooden handle on there just to keep it from being so harsh. Anyhow, this is a 2-speed business here. We have a little clutch that engages one or the other of these gears to the shaft. When you turn it, obviously they're both being turned, but only one of them is turning the chuck. You have at low speed, at a nominal rate of cranking, about 150 RPM. That's your low speed, high torque. And then when you set it to the high speed setting, you get about 350 RPM. That's cranking the handle about 100 times a minute, which I found sustainable, but much faster than that would have been a little out of whack. The first thing that I noticed when I tried this out is, since you're having to use both hands for the operation, you're not able to hold your work with your left hand and bring the drill head down. So clamping, we're going to call clamping pretty well essential for this little guy. The other thing is that since there's no hole in the table like there is on a regular drill press, you have this post instead. If you don't want to drill a hole in your table, you have to put a sacrificial material here. So I just went ahead and put a piece of plywood that I had. Let's run this little bugger side by side with the big drill press and see how it stacks up. Okay, first we're going to do a little bit of wood. Start out with something simple here. Okay, not much to it. That's pretty quick and easy. Alright, one of the first things that becomes obvious here when putting a bit in here is we don't have a place for a chuck key. There's no gears on here and a chuck key to put in there and tighten it up. So everything that you're getting is from this knurling here, being able to just tighten it with your hand. Maybe good, maybe bad. Who's to say? Okay, a little bit more time had to go into the setup because you got to set up the clamp here and get it all set in the right spot. But now that it is, let's give it a whirl. Crank it down a little bit. A little more. Okay, not too terrible. Alright, now let's get down to the real business. Let's put a hole in this piece of steel. Pretty nice and buttery smooth. Okay, now for the hand drill. Not too bad. Certainly more effort involved. That's kind of the theme, isn't it? Old stuff versus new stuff. Okay, the next thing is my somewhat unorthodox use of the drill press. I don't have a wire wheel, but I've got this that chucks up into my drill press and works nicely. Real nice with that adjustable pulley system. You can make that thing really move. Yeah, still a little faster than wire brushing by hand. Well, I don't think I'd exactly call it neck and neck, but I think I could say that the little hand drill is at least holding its own, right? Well, now I'm going to simulate that snowstorm that comes through and knocks out the power for 3 days. Yeah, that ought to do it. Alright. Time to drill a hole in a piece of steel, huh? Alright. Well, I'm obviously being overly dramatic to prove a point here, but that dog just won't hunt. Let's give this one a try. Suddenly that little hand drill isn't so inefficient anymore, is it? Yeah, it's true that the hand crank drill might not be as fast or as strong or as sexy or as well designed as something that we have made today. But when the name of the game is operating when the power's out, I think we have a pretty clear winner. Thanks for sticking with it, guys. I appreciate your time, and thanks for watching all the way through the first edition of EMP Safe Power Tools. We'll see you next time.